For this study, Prayer in C by Lilywood. And that melody gets repeated over and over. It's the basic main theme for Prayer in C. And also there's some pretty cool chords. There's A minors, C, G, and D minor. But step one, let's first take you through the tab for the intro melody. So we're going to focus primarily on what our fretting hand is doing. And also please make sure you've got a copy of the tab. If you need a copy of the tab, just WhatsApp me or email me. I'll be happy to send you a copy of it as well. And let's get going. You'll see at the top, there's the ukulele tab, and the first 5 notes are in blue. So the first thing we're going to do is this. Those 5 notes. Now, one thing that I would like us to keep in mind while we're learning this melody is that your finger numbers and your fret numbers must line up. In other words, everything in fret 1 must be finger 1 for this song. Everything in fret 2 is the middle finger, finger number 2. My fingers are numbered. 3rd fret, 3rd finger, and luckily there's nothing for the pinky to do, so pinky just hangs in there. Okay, now the first one, you got a little 0, open bottom string, your A string, goes silent for a split second, and you have 0, 2, 3. And there we can see that your fret number 2 is finger number 2, and your fret number 3 is finger number 3. So fret numbers and finger numbers once more are the same. So your opening phrase, 0, 0, 2, 3, pause, 0 again. But this time the 0 is on the 2nd string. Okay. Next phrase, once you've got that, you've got 4 notes in red, which are going to sound like this. And that's also pretty straightforward as well. So this is a really cool song if you're still quite new to ukulele and you're new to learning how to read tab. And it starts with the open 2nd string, your E string, and it goes open 1, 1st fret, back to the open, and then middle finger number 2 comes down to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Remember, we count from the bottom, string 1, string 2, 3rd string. Okay, now before we go to the next phrase, I just want to show you what I'm doing to pick with this. Now we can use a pick if you want to, got a plectrum there, but for ukulele, because the instrument is naturally such a bright, high-pitched instrument, I prefer to use my fingers for this. Now, I do not want us to do the thumb, so this is not good. I don't want you to use the thumb, because your thumb at the end of the day won't give you the same speed your first finger will. So we're going to use the pointing finger, and you can see there, to come a bit closer, the first 4 notes on the 1st string, and the 5th note on the 2nd string. And what I'm doing with the thumb is I'm resting the thumb on the string above the string I'm playing. So when I play the 1st string, my thumb is resting on the 2nd. When I go to the 2nd string, my thumb hops up to the 3rd. And this also helps keep my strings quiet as well as we go through the piece. Okay, so just quickly pick with the finger. You may use a pick if you really want to, but I would encourage the fingeroo. Okay, back to the next 4 notes. And just to recap the first 2 phrases, I'm going to ask you to play along with me, and then we'll do those 4 notes we just spoke of. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Now a little tap. What I'm doing there is I'm just tapping the top of the uke, but you don't have to do that. I just like it. I think it sounds cool, but it's not a must do. And those next 4 notes. It's going to be the 2 on the 3rd string, so the blue notes, open 1 on the 2nd string, and back to the 2 notes. So nice and easy. And before we do the last 4, play along with me now, nice and slow, the first 3 phrases. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... We finish off at fret number 1 on the 2nd string, and it's simply just first tiny gap, 1, 3, 1, and then you start all over again. So I'd like you to try and take it through the whole way through with me twice in a row before we look at the chords. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and... And while I was doing that, I hope you realize that my thumb that's busy waving at you now wasn't moving. Keep your thumb stationary. Don't let it disappear, and especially don't let it go underneath where it is now. That's a very bad place for your thumb to be. And that's basically your intro for prayer and C. Next up, the chords you spoke about. I'm going to quickly revise them in case you're first player to ukulele. A minor, middle finger, straight to the top, second fret, top string. C, third fret, right at the bottom. G, looks like that, fingers 1 and 2 both in the second fret, and on strings 3 and 1, and then the ring finger goes to fret number 3 on the second string from the bottom. And your G minor starts with the first finger here on the second string, fingers 2 and 3 on the top 2 strings, strings 4 and 3 both in the second fret. Now your rhythm for this, the strumming pattern, is on your tab sheet as well, on the PDF. So we're going to cross over now to your strumming hand, and we're going to watch out for the taps as well, which are the little X's. Okay, so I'm going to play an A minor. There's the A minor I spoke of. Okay, and we're going to strum down on the count of 1, and then tap on the count of 2. That's where the X's are on your PDF. 1 and 2. And then you strum upwards with your first finger. So slow motion, down, tap on the count of 2 with the thumb. And I'm tapping over the fretboard, not here. I don't have much control there, but I've got much more control there. It gives me much more of a beat, much more of a rhythm to it. 1 and 2, and then and, 2 and, very quick movement. And you finish off with and 4. Now just a quick, before we go further, quick sort of interjection. When strumming, if you're strumming on the numbers like the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, always strum down on a number. If you're strumming on the ands, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and always strum up. And the tapping, of course, that's just tapping away, so you can't really tap up or down. But your rhythm again, slow motion, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and down, tap, up, tap, down, tap, up, tap. Now I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to take you through the 4 chords for the song. Are we ready? A minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, and C, G, D minor, back to the beginning. And that's pretty much all you need to know for prayer and C. The rhythm should be a little bit faster, sort of like a... tune as well. Now what's quite cool with this, if you've got a friend that plays ukulele or guitar, maybe they can do the strumming, they can do this, and while they're doing that you can go, and that's going to sound pretty cool to interact with somebody as well. And if you've got a guitarist friend that you haven't got the tabs for, just WhatsApp me and I'll send the tabs through for you. No charge. Okay. But either way, very cool song for a first time player, and it's a very nice song even for the intermediate and advanced guys. It's a cool song to add to your repertoire. And I hope you enjoyed it. Have an awesome week. Any questions, drop me a WhatsApp. Cheers.